arches.
Yeah, and I like always eat at least one rocket on the way through. It's so frustrating for me. But first map going to be picked as Crossroads by Infused, which means the next pick will essentially be the map that's left is the map we play. So orcs picks collided. So we're going to Fortress.
Ah.
So we'll see how this goes here. Oh, go ahead.
Yes, round 2 is about to begin as Infused is going to take on orcs. In the second round, we are playing 3 rounds today with groups A through D. You're watching this now, and Tuesday we will go through E through H with the rounds of play. But here we go. Nope.
Yep, there was just a clarification of the rules there. They weren't aware that whatever map is left is the one that's played, and then whoever loses the first map, you play their map next, and then if it goes to a third, essentially then the one that's left, which is I guess the winning team, I guess or whatever, is the one that ends up being played. So
I see.
Yeah, so very interesting way to pick the maps. I actually like it a lot, and we'll see how it ends up panning out for the rest of the tournament. But it really kind of increases the meta needed for the map picking, because the person who picks second essentially picks a map they like, but then they get to pick a map they want to play on. So,
and I suppose now we will be deciding who gets to attack first. Is that what we're waiting for now?
I believe so, but the last team just used the randomizer in-game, so my hope is kind of that they do that. We'll see what they end up doing.
Cowboys. I'm glad I'm not watching that game.
As I'm sure so many of our viewers are interested in American football.
In gridiron football, yes indeed. Well, I like the other kind of football too. And I like Shoemania, luckily, so we are about to get this thing going as, yes indeed, the coin flip now virtually to decide who attacks and who defends.
Well, and actually they decided to attack, so wondering what they ended up doing to pick that instead of the coin toss. Yeah, got it. But I thought they got to pick what they wanted to do once they won the coin toss. So interesting here. Infused Sheesh gonna be on the offense first, and actually not trying to go for an early pickoff, just gonna go straight to the right, which might be in response to some of this aggressive play we've seen. But it looks like orcs might be in the back. Yeah, we see all 3 players set up in that fortress and gonna just try playing a really tight defense. So Sheesh is gonna have to get an early pickoff. There's that swarm a little bit as one armor is already taken off by Sheesh, as now gets the first hit, and now Soska kind of peeking out and not quite yet to get a confirmation. There's the hit. Soska taken out, and Sheesh now will be playing 2 versus 2. You see us missing that shot with the rocket. That was a very good shot. Good reaction by Sheesh to dodge it. And now rotating, tries to get the pick off, but can't. Jumps to get the speed, falls into the pit, jumps a rocket, avoids another, starts capping the point, and gets the cap with 2 people on it. So amazing job there by Sheesh, and he draws first blood. So very good job.
Yeah, it's hard to measure the size of the stones of that particular move. When you've got 2 guys right on you and he still managed to get a pole cap, that is very nice and a very authoritative way to start things out. Here comes Platernity, though, for orcs. Sheesh already got continuing his momentum here. Got a shot on him, knock him down to 2 armor. Platernity's going to back off here and kind of take this side route, and almost got a shot on Caspa, but Caspa did get him. Now he gets him and gets the exchange there. Down to 1 armor, though. It's going to make it a little bit rough for him as he doesn't have as much room to play with. And they get him in midair there with a shot by Sins, and that's going to put him up 2-0 with an offensive and defensive point. Caspa on the attack for Infused.
So difficult to, once you fall out, to get up that lift without taking hits. So no surprise he unfortunately couldn't make that because of that. But nobody, I was about to say, nobody coming out with early spam as rockets come flying all over the place. So Caspa going to be able to avoid it. and gonna be slow playing this a little bit. And as I say, that goes dashing right to the back. Gonna try to sweep around using the fence to get a little bit of a higher angle without completely exposing himself. The rocket fire now coming out as the defense knows where he is. And now with the recharge coming in, streaks in, gets a hit onto Now. But Platernity getting a hit himself, bringing him down to 2 armor. Is going to be 2 armor versus 2 defenders, just missing that jumping shot onto the pole defender. I believe that was, who was it? I think that was Soska. And so trying to jump up and makes the jump on the first try. Going to get that top angle, just missing the pole defender again. Not Soska that time. That was Platernity. Soska then getting a hit, though. Takes him down to 1 armor. Tries to get a little bit of time onto the pole. Comes back in and gets the cap again with 1 armor.
What? What? You've got to be kidding me. That is just insane. Once again, with, yeah, no armor left, just that 1 shot could have got him, and managing to get that point. You got to give it to these guys. But here comes Soska from orKs to try to, they're already kind of in a tough spot here, down 3-0, but nothing that they can't overcome probably. As again, we see everybody going to this left side a lot, working that as but he's going to sneak around and go to the right instead. And oh, nice shot by Casper there to catch him coming in. What a shot onto Shish, who was waiting at the pole for him, and that's going to help him a lot as he is waiting for time to tick down. And yeah, this map does give you a lot of good upper and lower kind of places where you can battle it out. But a Casper with a double tap to take him out and get another point for Infused here, and Sins is going to try to increase that lead. orKs still trying to get a point on the board. They're making good efforts here, but wow, Infused is just really jumping out into the lead early here and pressing the advantage.
Chad is cracking me up right now. I don't know if you see it, but man, people are funny. Gonna try to go for that jump up on the left side. You can make it up there and get into the attack, but now starting to get swarmed a little bit. He gets hit once by Soska. Sens, though, trying to back up, getting a hit. Takes one himself there by Now. So, unfortunately, gonna be down 2 armor already. Gonna try to get a pick off here, and hopefully we'll be able to come back. And just getting cornered. There's a good hit there by Soska again. And finally, orKs is on the board after 2 kind of suspect caps come out, which is what the chat is talking about. So hopefully orKs will be able to respond with some authority. And if those 2 would have went their way, this would have been a tie game, I think. Or no, they would have been in the lead.
Yeah, that was a very nice defensive play. Again, sometimes it's good to just catch them in that kind of crossfire, and they had him upstairs and from the back, and just got some good shots. Speaking of good shots, nice shot by Neo there. The Belgian gets a hit on Sheesh to take him out, as he's still got all 3 armor and looking to press on that. And so that's another thing. There's a lot of these places where you can just kind of jump up and take a shot. Wow, again, somebody from behind got him. That was Sins with the shot, and that's going to make Nao have to back way off here and try to get an aerial, but they miss, he misses. Time ticks down. Oh, that was a good shot there onto Caspa, but Sins does hit him, knock him down to 1 armor. It's going to be 1v1 here. 1 armor versus 1 defense. Is he going to get it? He's going for the cap, and he's going to get it. A nice cap by Nao there. Again, we're seeing a lot of pole caps this round, and there's one for orKs.
Wow, that is exactly what they needed, is to take that. And so hopefully they'll be able to get this defensive point and pull within 1. They're going to need 1 more to tie it up. And chat being funny again. They're not happy with some of these caps. That last one was a very good one. I'm not sure what you guys are upset about, but Sheesh going to try to get his team another. And coming up top, drops back down, just barely missing that player. You hear the horn coming out as he's unhappy with himself with that shot, waiting for him to peek again. Tries to jump up and gets the hit, expecting Soska to come up there. Just misses, takes another hit by Platernity. Platernity getting 2 hits actually currently, and a third there from Nao is going to pull it within 1. And now is orKs going to be able to respond and get another offensive point? That is the question.
Well, they just pushed him into a corner there, and it worked out very well. But yeah, I'm hearing just the generic horn. That may be one place that the North Americans have an advantage, man, is the horns. We hear Gangnam Style. The guy that has Celine Dion, the guy that has the Whitney Houston, I Will Always Love You. You can't beat that. What a hit there by Fraternity. Got Shish around the corner, but he gets hit by Sins as he's coming back from that. That Shish one was a very close range one. I thought Shish would get him there, but he did. I think he did get a shot on him because he's down to one armor now. As he's going to look to press here, it's going to be a 1v1 battle once again. Is he going to go for another pole cap? It is entirely possible. As nope, he's got two guys waiting for him here, and he's going to be patient with it, take his time. They are going to come in and rush that pole to try to stop him and hold him off of there, and they've got the advantage there as they had full strength and all their rockets, and Sins only needed one to take Fraternity out and make it 5-3 and put Infused at game point here in this first of the best of three. It will be Caspa on the attack from the UK, presumably not the DJ Caspa, although they are both from the UK.
My guess is you are correct, sir. And Caspa trying to get one of these angles again, gets that right side, and it gives him a little bit of a high road. However, that ramp is so deadly on the right side as so many rockets come out, and Fraternity already getting a hit. And there's another from Soska.
Ooh.
So Caspa already down to just the one armor is going to have a very difficult attacking round ahead of him. Jumping a couple rockets there, narrowly avoiding, and not able to get that hit either. So trying to rotate back to the right side. Maybe, no, he's trying to do a little bit of a juke or fake out here. Comes back to the right, but takes a hit from Fraternity. Fraternity playing very well on defense, has 5 defensive points. Wow, Soska, though, has 4, Neo has 3, and an offensive point. So all the players here from orKs playing very, very well.
And they're keeping it close. And you see how defensively, especially, that higher ground really makes a difference when you're able to just rain down rockets on people. And a good effort by Caspa nonetheless. If it is you, man, I have a lot of your music and I play them as a DJ. But and I'm not sure if Soska has any tracks out, but he is on the attack for orKs now, again going to that left side of that little rampway here, and nobody sees them coming. Where are they at? They are already at the pole, I guess. It looks like they are, and they are he's still not seeing anybody, just kind of sneaking around trying to get a shot in here, and now they are starting to converge as he goes to the pole. A little bit early, gets a shot, and he's not down to one armor though, as he's not going to be able to do one of those pole caps quite the same way, I don't think. Now the time ticks down, and he's got a chance to capture. Is he going to?
Oh!
Almost. 76%, but not quite. He almost got that entrant. I don't know. We might have had a riot in the chat if so. But, keeping it close, orKs in that first round, but in the end, Infused gets it. It is 1-0 in this best of 3, and we will go to the second round with anticipation. After watching that, we'll see how this one goes, because that was, again, a